Hello folks, I'm back. Today we're going to talk about fossils. We're going to talk about real fossils and we're going to talk about trace fossils, and we're going to learn about the dinosaurs' footprint fossils that we know about today. So first let's just look at some fossils. Here are some fossils. Here I have a dinosaur bone fossil. I don't know how well you can see that. This is from the inside of a dinosaur. It is no longer bone, it is mineralized. It is a fossil from a dinosaur. Here we have a fossil you'll recognize. You may even find these on the beach. This is 20 million years old. It is the fossilized remnants of a shell. Here we have a fossilized fish. I do not know how old this one is. I do know that this one is 65 million years old though. We have a fossilized trilobite right here. And we can see that it's a fossilized shell. I believe about 35 million years old. Here we see a fossilized egg. This is not a dinosaur egg, for it is much too small, but it is some sort of fossilized egg. Whether or not this is just the yolk and the shell would be out here, I do not know. Here we see something called chicken scratch. Chicken scratch could have been made by little feet at one time. So when we normally would talk about dinosaurs and finding fossils, we're talking about their bones. But there's another kind of fossil we find with dinosaurs that are their footprints, and those are called trace fossils. So let's review about dinosaurs and then we'll get to their footprints. Then back over here, we've been talking about ornithischian dinosaurs and Saurian dinosaurs. And Saurian dinosaurs were lizard-hipped dinosaurs, and the ornithischian dinosaurs were bird-hipped dinosaurs. Of those dinosaurs, we can see we have several theropods and theropods and sauropods are Saurian dinosaurs, and the rest are ornithischian dinosaurs, meaning bird hips. And we can see that they all have very different footprints here. We have another set of footprints here, and then we'll go on to our next one. So we can see this is a sauropod, which is a giant dinosaur. Here we see I cannot read that, Ankylosaurus. This is, that's a triceratops right there. You can see it's a heavy dinosaur, so it has large footprints. Ankylosaurus, this is a ornithopod. Then we have a small theropod and a large theropod. You'll notice theropods always have 3 toes. That's how we know the theropods. Here's some more footprints, guides of dinosaurs, and we can, if you wish, you can watch a video on dinosaurs that tells you how the footprints are saved in the mud that they've laid them in. And here we can see all of the dinosaurs and all of their footprints compared to the size of a man. So this man is 6 foot tall, and we can see that this footprint right here, which belongs to a Tyrannosaurus rex, is just a little bit taller than the man. And here we can see some little tiny ones over here from the cannot read it, sorry guys. And let's move forward. So first we're going to talk about theropods. Theropods were lizard hips, and they walked on their toes. We can see that their feet are right here, and they didn't put their whole weight down on their foot. They kind of walked around there on their toes, so we see a 3-toed version of a theropod. So for making our dinosaur tracks today, you're going to need some pipe cleaners, which I have right here. These are a little bit thicker pipe cleaners. If your pipe cleaners are thin, you can always double them in half. So first, I'm going to make a theropod footprint. And if we can see that theropod toes are all about the same length, the ones that made impressions. So I'm going to use this one doubled to make 2 of the toes. And then I'm going to attach another one to make the 3rd toe. I'm just going to hook it on there. There we go. Now we're all hooked on. I'm going to twist this a little just to make them stay. And we're going to trim them all to the same length with a pair of scissors. And then we're going to do a reverse fossil impression. If we were actually making a trace fossil, we'd be pushing it into mud. I do not have mud, so we're going to do it the opposite way. We're going to pretend that the soil is the mud, and the dinosaur is actually going to be underneath the mud. I need to separate that out a little. There we go. There we have a theropod dinosaur. Triceratops is an example of that. And I'm going to put the foil on top of the dinosaur, and I'm going to rub really well where the toes are. And when I turn it over, we'll see what a dinosaur track would look like. This is a theropod. Tyrannosaurus rex was an example of it. And when I turn it over, we should see what a Tyrannosaurus Rex track would look like. Okay, go ahead and pause there.